Hey, what's up YouTube? Chris Seiter here, and today we're going to be talking about 3 signs that will prove you'll never get your ex back. But first, if you haven't already, please stop by our website, www.exboyfriendrecovery.com, and take our Ex Recovery Chances quiz. It's a simple 2-minute quiz I put together designed to help you understand what kind of chance you have of getting your ex back. You can simply find that quiz by visiting our website or looking in the description below this YouTube video and clicking on the link there. Let's get started. Oftentimes when I make videos like these, it's teaching you what you can do to get your ex back. But I figured it'd be really interesting to put a video together that kind of flips things on their side and looks at situations that you really can't recover from. Over the past 6 years, I've worked with thousands of men and women to help them get their exes back. So it's safe to say that I've seen a lot of what works and what doesn't work. So today we're going to be focusing on what doesn't work. And I've been able to identify 3 patterns of behavior that pretty much tell you that you're not going to do well when it comes to getting your ex back. Pattern number 1, you fail to execute your plan. So most of the people that I work with will get on the phone with me, they'll listen to what I have to say, they'll nod their head yes, and then they'll ignore everything I tell them. Now, why do you think that is? Well, it's because when push comes to shove and they find themselves in the execution portion of their game plan, they just can't seem to execute. Whether that's something as simple as completing a no contact period, whether that's something as simple as ignoring your ex, it's hard for people to do that 100% of the time. And there's one more thing that I'd like to add. Sometimes it's really easy to understand the broad strokes of what you need to do to get your ex back, but you really don't take into account how difficult it is to actually execute those broad strokes. And I think that's where a lot of people fail. So let's move on to pattern of behavior number 2. Pattern of behavior number 2 is they fail to execute audibles.
What's that, Chris?
Glad you asked. In American football, everyone knows that there's an offense and a defense. The offensive players call a play to try to score a touchdown. But sometimes when the quarterback of the offensive team goes up to the line of scrimmage, they'll look and survey the defense. The problem is that the defense is designed to stop the offense. So what they'll do is call an audible to change the play up. It's all about adaptability. So often I'll map out a game plan for a woman and she'll start executing it. And execution isn't the problem, luckily. The problem is when your ex doesn't behave in the way that we expect. So they get too stuck on following the game plan to a T that they fail to call an audible. They fail to adapt. You see, adaptability is key when it comes to getting an ex back. So often when your ex doesn't respond in a way that you want him to, you need to adapt your game plan. So if you don't learn how to adapt as you kind of go along or adapt on the fly, you'll fail. Now, this third and final pattern of behavior is without a doubt the scariest one that you'll encounter. Your ex is unresponsive no matter what you try. So sometimes you'll have your whole game plan mapped out, you'll be able to call audibles on the fly, and when you go to reach out to your ex, they don't respond to you. So you wait a few more days and try again, and they don't respond to you again. And then you're blocked. And then you have no way of communicating with them. And they never talk to you again. That's your greatest fear, right? Well, members of my private Facebook group community will often hear me say, bad responses are better than no responses. You see, when it comes to relationships, it takes 2 to tango. You can only pull so much of the weight. Your ex has to cooperate a little bit. So if you have yourself an unresponsive ex, there are things that you can do to make them more responsive. But if you do those things and you've exhausted every avenue you can think of to get them to respond to you, well, it might be time to start looking at moving on. Hey, thank you so much for getting to the end of this video. I really appreciate you so much. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can simply look below. It's somewhere around there. The subscribe button, it's red. And if you haven't already, please stop by our website, www.exboyfriendrecovery.com, and take that Ex Recovery Chances quiz. We designed it to help you understand what kind of chance you have of getting your ex back. I'll see you next time.